friendos, it's Superlimie here. I am back with a spooky build. It is that time of year. I know everyone's talking about Snowy Escape, but Halloween hasn't happened yet, and I am not done. I have Halloween videos that I made that have to get out before I do anything for Snowy Escape, but let's just talk about that pack. Oh my gosh, I am so excited, guys. I can't even believe it. I mean, I've been excited for packs in the past or interested in them, but this one is like up there. And it wasn't even just like people hyping it up. It was like I watched the trailer and was losing my mind. Because I find like with like a lot of the packs that I've gotten, you know, I've been watching people's videos and then I make a decision, am I going to wait to buy it? Am I going to buy it now? And usually with expansion packs, I buy them right away. I want expansion packs the most of the time. I think the only time I ever waited for an expansion pack would have been for Island Living, just because I couldn't justify buying it for like, it had a lack of gameplay. The world is beautiful, the build items are so nice, but that was one of the main packs that I waited for. I also think I waited for Jungle Adventure and Outdoor Retreat. And I love Jungle Adventure because it gave me so many items that are just the landscaping. I mean, as a builder, the landscaping is very important to me. Okay, so this is a witch's house. Sorry, I went on a little tangent. But witch's house, I wanted to do actually like a little swamp hut. And then I ended up started building it and it got a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. And now it's just this. It's not a super big house by any means, but it is... it's got 2 bedrooms. One's really small. It's good for a kid. I did make a family for this one, and I made it. It's an older grandma witch and her granddaughter live here. And I was kind of like thinking of a story while I was making this kind of thing. And it's kind of like she's the swamp witch, and no one, kids are scared of her, and she grows cow plants in her backyard, and no one goes up to her house kind of thing. This is me disguising the pond. The ponds in the game, if you don't do anything to the edges, like, unless you're making, like, a fancy fountain, they look really out of place. So, I just kind of have to, like, bury them in stuff to make it blend in a bit more. It's not tons of work, though. It's usually pretty quick to do that kind of thing. Also, I used the Seasons pumpkins, and then I realized I had the Debug Spooky Stuff pumpkins now, which I end up trading those out later. I used a lot of packs for this build, I'm not gonna lie. I did, but I was just kind of having fun with it, and I wanted to do something a little bit different, so I was like, I'm not gonna limit myself when I'm trying to make a specific witch's house. I do have one if you only have Realm of Magic. I do have a mansion that is just base game in Realm of Magic, and that is on the gallery. I think it's called Magical Mansion. So if you don't have all these packs, I do have an option on there for you. Like, I do have lots of builds that are just either base game or one pack. So the odd time out, I use more than one pack. And this is one of those times where I just really wanted to have fun with the build. I use this as one excuse to use that spooky stuff buffet table. I feel like I'm never going to be able to use it, so that's the thing. I got spooky stuff because it was on sale, and I realized why I waited to buy it, because it really does not have a ton of stuff that I want to use. So you can't use tattered curtains and tattered tablecloths all the time. And, a couch with a ghost face is cute and all, but they didn't give us, a nice plain swatch. So, really, spooky stuff, even if you're making, a spooky house, isn't that useful. The only thing that's cool about it is the pumpkin carving. So, I think it's on sale for, $6 Canadian. So I was just I'm gonna buy it, and I can see why I waited, because it's not the craziest pack. I don't know. I think you'd be better off saving your money and buying, Seasons, because you get way more stuff with that. I know there's a price difference there, but if you were just to save up, it would probably be a lot more worth it to your gameplay. I did all the different colored chairs. It was fun. I don't know. I wanted to have fun with the kitchen colors. Like I said, you don't like with a normal builds, you don't have like the opportunity to use crazy colors all the time. So I was trying to, have my fun with it. I feel like when you're making an everyday house that everyone can use, a lot of times I try and do a lot of neutral colors, and then people can always change it later. But this is like, I'm going all out. I'm doing what I want. I actually used the Parenthood backsplash that I normally don't like, but it really suited this house. I was looking for the realm of magic herbs that hang on the wall, and I do find them later. Also, another thing I realized is the cauldron room I do that's going to be coming up here. I didn't record me finishing it up, because when you see it in here, it's super plain. In the screenshots, you'll see like the actual finished room if you look at it. I think it turned out really cool. I don't know. I was playing around a lot. That placing items like that takes forever, but it looks really nice when everything's all cluttered when you're doing something like this. And don't worry, that plant wall goes. I really wanted to make it work, but it goes. Also, I've been super into doing these mirror walls. I think I did this also in my Magic Mansion build, was like a mirror wall. I don't know. Something about it feels like a witch would do it. It doesn't have to be a bad witch, they just like mirrors. I don't know. My mom had a wall of mirrors too, so maybe that's just where I get it from. My mom does have like kind of hippie vibes, like she has chickens, and she has a lot of clutter in her house. She's not a witch by any means, but I don't know. Maybe in the subconscious mind, I thought of her. Like candles everywhere. She's that kind of person. I don't know. Loosely inspired by my mom. Lots of clutter. She's a little bit of a hoarder. Either way, this build, I don't know. I had so much fun with it. I'm so excited for Halloween. I'm not obviously like going out anywhere. What I'm doing is I'm going to a party at my sister's house, and before you're like, oh, you're going to a party, it's just me and my sister. Like, it's just our kids and her, and we've both been pretty much isolated the whole time, and we've been like, because we don't go out because we have like little kids, so we're just gonna do like a Easter egg hunt kind of situation, but for candy for the kids, because the only one who really is interested is like 4, and then the other ones are all under a year old, so they have no clue what's going on. So we're just gonna take some family pictures and be done with it that way. Kind of avoid the trick-or-treating just to be safe. I don't want to have to go out right now. The upstairs, I love excuses to use ugly wallpaper in The Sims. The ugly wallpaper, it's just so important to use it sometimes. I feel like everyone makes all their builds perfect. I love bathrooms with ugly tile. I love the walls to have ugly wallpaper. So when I'm making a witch's house, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make them ugly. Oh, I have to change out the 2 smaller ones because I forgot that those pictures change. And so when you go into live mode, it's the pictures were all funky and not right. So I just changed the 2 smaller ones to like a set from vampires. Also, I was kind of imagining like that poster was like their like great grandmother, the first witch, something like that. Give it some fun. This is just me adding lots of clutter. I didn't do tons under the desk, but I did a lot over here. I don't know. I love this chair. I wish this chair wasn't an unlockable item because it just adds so much, and it, like, I know the unlockable items are, for fun, whatever, but most of them are from really high levels and careers. To be honest, I don't do enough gameplay for it to matter to me. So, my bathroom's pretty boring. I need to start working on doing bathrooms more. I don't know. I've done some builds where I actually care about the bathrooms, but I just do minimal stuff in them. I'm like, I want to just decorate this bedroom like crazy, I think add some little touch-up stuff in the house after that will be in the screenshots. Nothing crazy. Like, I might have added like a different picture, like I said, for that one room, or like added an extra added curtain somewhere. It's a little fuzzy at this point. I recorded this like a couple days ago, or last week. I have a couple videos, like, I guess take a couple days to edit them all, and then I get them like all ready to go. Yeah, so you can see this room's kind of boring. It's missing some flavor. If you don't want to keep watching this, you can just jump to the screenshots and see the little difference. This will be up on the gallery. I use that new grill. I think it's so cute. I think it added something to the build. I mean, it's not exactly like witchy. It's just I wanted an excuse to use the new base game item. That's all. That's all this is. Excuses to use new items. Oh, another pond. Again, Swamp Witch. I wanted to do that. I also used the bathtub with the plants in it from Strangerville because I couldn't help myself. I add a lot of the bubblers and steamers. I think I had too many in this, and then I had to go in and take some out when I actually put it in live mode. But it makes it look super cool because it's all like steamy, bubbly water, so I don't know, it adds to the witchy vibe. I'm so excited. I love it. After this, I'm going to have to start doing some winter builds before Snowy Escape comes out. I am definitely buying that. I have to. But I want to do a build before I have like all the stuff from Snowy Escape, because I'm like excited to do something that looks like it can belong to the pack that wasn't there. Like, I might even try and make it base game. So if you can't get Snowy Escape, you can get something kind of loosely inspired by it. Because I don't think I've ever really tried to do a Japanese build. I just feel like I might have tried once or twice, and I felt like there wasn't enough items. I know a lot of people can do it. Like, a lot of people do it all the time. It takes a lot of, like, finessing for a lot of them. I don't know. And also I'm not, like, super experienced with the architecture, so when I go in, I'm gonna have to do research beforehand, because I don't want to, like, do something stupid. I don't know. But I think it would be really fun to make, like, a base game build. I'm sure there's some out there already, but a base game Snowy Escape build. I think it would be fun that's, like, inspired by. And I also want to do, like, a winter build, because I think I mentioned that. I don't think I've ever really done a snowy build before. I've built in winter in The Sims, but usually I want to build in summer because I feel like the landscaping looks way better, personally. But just adding more plants, more foliage, make it look more full. I like the like overgrown thing. I think it's cool that way. I always add vines. These vampire vines, honestly, I love the vampire pack for a build. I love it. I love all the build mode stuff in vampires. I know some of it's silly, and I know the gameplay isn't everyone's cup of tea, but if you are just someone in it for building stuff, if you like building Victorian or like older homes, vampires is really great. Same thing with Strangerville. I mean, Strangerville has a lot of great Victorian options if that's something you're interested in building. And like, I've mentioned this before as well, but I have a lot of Victorian builds up on the gallery. I think I've got 2 or 3 that are base game. And then I have one that's base game in Strangerville. And then I think I have one that I just kind of went off on and did whatever I wanted with. Screenshot time!